ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the morning sprint and happy day after Super Bowl. It was actually a very intense, nail biter, dogfight on that field in Las Vegas yesterday, and it was very, very awesome to watch. I was glued to the TV from, I would say, from 2 p.m. for all the pregame and all that good stuff that they were showcasing until the game was over, which was probably like I didn't really officially go to bed until like 12:30. So having to wake up for the morning shift today was a bit difficult, but it was worth it because again, I was honestly a 49ers fan. I was hoping that they won, but it didn't turn out that way. All of our Kansas City Chiefs fans super excited today. They broke it in overtime, and it ended up being a really, really solid game to where I was like, hey, more respect for you. So today we're recapping all of that good stuff, anything from the game. We're also going over some commercials, man, that had you laughing. Some of them had you tear jerking a little bit. Some of them kind of weird, creepy, but we're going over that. And obviously, we got to show some love for our halftime performers. We're going to the comment section because some of you guys, y'all are a little bit mean to Usher, and then some people were just like, where I was at, like, okay, I see you, Usher. That was pretty cool. That brought back my childhood. So we're going to get into that. Jazzy Jazz is back with us today, so we're going to chit-chat about all that good stuff. But first and foremost, before we get into everything Super Bowl talk, let's talk about some things that are happening that could possibly impact your children, their safety, all of that good stuff that all of our parents need to be paying attention to. So Rockbridge County school leaders are taking legal action against social media sites like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube. So check this out. Lawsuit includes more than 400 school divisions nationwide. Superintendent Dr. Philip Thompson says he and others believe that the platforms are having a negative impact on students' mental health. School leaders are requesting damages in the form of money to improve counseling and other mental health resources. This is very important. I'm happy that a spotlight is being placed on this particular area because we all know that I just know when I grew up being in school and everybody when they first started getting like the cell phones and stuff, that was already kind of stressful, trying to get the followers and the likes and all that stuff. Nowadays it's a whole nother ball game, especially when the pandemic happened. Everybody eats, sleep, and breathe their social media presence. They eat, sleep, and breathe these unrealistic ambitions because they're seeing what other people have. And again, that's jacking up all of our younger people and their thought process and their self-esteem and mental health. So the fact that again, a spotlight is being put on this to kind of raise awareness about the importance of getting kids off of these sites like that, super crucial. Go to our website at WSLS.com. Check out the full story. Something else that we need to keep in mind right now is a very scary kind of situation for parents. Fentanyl-laced drugs are finding their way to Virginia schools, and at least a dozen students have overdosed in just the past few months. There was a time where we just had to worry about going to school, but now we're having to worry about stuff like this. Like, this is something that is just terrifying. Counterfeit pills made to look like oxycodone, cocaine, Xanax, and other drugs are hitting the black market. Officials say that 7 out of 10 counterfeit pills seized contain deadly amounts of fentanyl. Adam Neal is a director of the Roanoke Area Youth Substance Abuse Coalition, and he says that social media like Snapchat and encrypted messages apps makes it easy for teens to get drugs. Today, we're also looking at how we reached out to local school districts and what they're thinking about the related to the overdoses. And again, it's just one of those super serious situations where you do not want your child to ever be involved in it. You always say it can't happen to my kid, and yes, that may be true to a certain extent. But it's always a way to be better safe than sorry, which means talk to your children. Have those difficult conversations. I remember when I was little, my mom wouldn't even let me have Starburst or any candy like that from other people. So again, you just got to be very cautious, and it's sad that we live in a world that's like that right now. So we just got to keep our prayers strong, be safe as possible, and just look at these stories that are still coming to the light and taking that as a form of awareness to keep us prevented from falling into an awful, awful situation. Speaking of falling into an awful situation, you know Valentine's Day is this week, and I know there are a lot of people super excited, but there are so many different scams that are going on. I'm telling you, especially it's tax season, people are taking advantage of people's hearts and pulling on your heartstrings and stuff. Well, we got a warning to be out there for everybody thinking about this. So check it out. Pulaski County thieves are using social media to pull on your heartstrings. For example, one recent post showed a woman in a hospital bed saying that she was involved in a hit and run, while another claimed a dog had been found on the side of the road.
But the original poster will oftentimes go back and they will change that to like a housing rental site or house for sale or something for sale or some kind of post like that that inadvertently people will click on then and send money to this person.
So police in Danville are also warning about scams that use artificial intelligence with a call or text claiming that a loved one is in trouble. Officers say that there have been calls that use ghost numbers to impersonate law enforcement in Lynchburg. And unfortunately, you can't prevent these spoof calls. Just remember that police will never ask you for money. So these are very important things to take and keep in the back of your mind, especially again with a lot of love scams. I know Pulaski County on their Facebook page mentioned that as well. People taking advantage and of these dating apps and just all type of stuff. And unfortunately, as technology is getting more and more in advance, then that's something that we have to be more aware of. And especially when you take people's pictures, like, for example, the picture of the lady who was in a crash. Like, come on, man, how sick do you got to be to try to capitalize off of something like that? So, yeah, just be aware. Don't be taking everything and thinking it's real. And again, especially when it comes down to money, you know the economy is not anything to play with right now. So use your best judgment. And if it's too good to be true, 9 times out of 10, it is. Let's get to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl talk right now, man. The Kansas City Chiefs did it yet again. Super Bowl champions defeated the San Francisco 49ers. I think the score was 25-22 in the ultimate Super Bowl victory. Take a look at this moment.
In the shotgun, Mahomes. 4-man front, receiver in motion, low snap. He runs and he throws, caught, touchdown. It's caught. Hardman caught the ball. The Chiefs have won. The Chiefs have won.
Yeah, a lot of happiness right there. The winning play was a 3-yard pass from Mahomes to McCole Hartman for the winning touchdown. And the Chiefs are the first back-to-back Super Bowl champions since the New England Patriots 20 years ago. It's the 4th Super Bowl win for the Chiefs franchise and the 3rd for the team under coach Andy Reid. All the players shared their respect for Reid, and in post-game interviews, both Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce said that they had to give credit where credit is due.
Y'all can call us a dynasty. You can call us whatever you guys want. I know what we got is something more special than really what you see in the NFL. It's because the guys in this locker room and the head coach.
Now, unfortunately, I obviously predicted that the awesome 49ers were going to win because, again, I'm an underdog person. I've been following this season. I'm actually paying attention to it. And if you guys have known, Brock Purdy was a last draft pick. He was called Mr. Irrelevant. He was one of the people who people just completely underestimated. And when I tell you, they did such a great job. First team to put the points on the board. Like, it was just an all-around fight, tooth and nail the entire time. And the Kansas City Chiefs, like I said, they did a good job, man. I'm not even going to throw any shade or anything because, like I said, if they were to lose, it would be understandable that they would lose to a team like the Kansas City Chiefs because Mahomes is something crazy. And the fact that they timed it out, I was talking to one of my coworkers today. It all boiled down to who made the less amount of mistakes. And in making the less amount of mistakes, it all boiled down to the timing of those mistakes. Both teams were messing up. They messed up quite a few times. You know, I know Patrick got sacked a few times. We had fumbles going on, penalties going on. But again, it just timed out to where, unfortunately, the 49ers ended up having a last chance, and their last chance was the field goal kick. And I just remember watching the game, and I was just like, oh my God, because honestly, I wanted them to win. I wanted the underdogs to win because so many people were just like putting all their money on the Chiefs, and it wasn't necessarily that I wanted to see the Chiefs fail. I just wanted to see Brock really come out and show people that I went from the last draft pick to a Super Bowl champion, and he is. I still think the fact that they made it there, that's an accomplishment in itself. So, yeah, it was an awesome experience to watch. watch. It was cool seeing that. I will say I did not, again, was super tired of seeing Taylor Swift cutaways. Like, I think they upped the ante on that. And I know they were doing it for a reason. I get it's a business transaction. That's me. But it was way too much, in my opinion. Way too many Taylor Swift cutaways. And I'm not even going to get all into it because I don't want to offend all the Swifties, but I just felt like that was just a little extra. Outside of the game, though, great game, great commercials. We actually had a breakdown of those commercials, speaking with someone who was very specialized in ad agencies and knowing about this. So Super Bowl commercials, again, always a big talker, and so many different commercials had you laughing. Some of them were very unique. So this one right here was dealing with I think this was, hold on, I'm ahead of myself. I think this is Christopher Walker going on right now. Yeah, no, so this one was actually funny because it was trying to show the uniqueness of BMW and then the uniqueness of this particular character in himself. And it was one of those things where you just couldn't help but smile and laugh because they were so clever with how they were trying to make it a unique person. This one right here, the Budweiser Clydesdale commercial, a lot of people said that one kind of fell flat. It was cool and all, but it wasn't, usually when you see the Clydesdales, obviously very majestic animals, very beautiful setup when it comes down to Budweiser. But this one right here was kind of like, oh, okay, they're just doing a beer run, got the horses going on. Okay, that's pretty unique. It wasn't anything that was kind of like, will rip on your heart the way last year's did. But it's because they set the bar so high, and that's understandable. Still a very good commercial, a very good quality right there. So thoroughly enjoy that. Before we get into some more commercials that kind of stood out, we're going to get into our weather forecast. Now, if you walked outside today, you noticed that it was a bit warmer than your normal days it has been when it's been like super cold, and that's because we got some rainy weather on the way. So let's get meteorologist Parker Beasley in here with our Monday forecast.
Good morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Parker Beasley. Here's a look at our temperatures and rain throughout the day, sticking around about the 50-degree mark, but by 7 p.m., some widespread rain starts to build in. Then overnight tonight, some heavier pockets of rain start to move in, especially around midnight. We could see some strikes of lightning and a few rumbles of thunder. By 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, chance for some snow of parts of the west-facing slopes and the high elevated areas, so possibly a slick commute as we head to work into Tuesday. Rain totals over the next 24 hours or so, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches possible across the Roanoke Valley, Highlands, and the NRV.
All right, Parker, thank you so much. So moving on to our next commercial. This one right here, I actually watched this one this morning, and it's the Paramount Plus one with all the different characters from different places and different, shows and movies. And it was actually so funny to me. It was hilarious because they incorporated Hey Arnold, football head, because they were trying to say that, Tua couldn't throw the throw the little, what do you call it, the little rope thing up there unless it was shaped like a football. So they were so creative with the way they did it, and then they brought Hinder out of nowhere. Can you take me higher? So apparently there's an extended version of this that is very, very funny. I think by far it brought a chuckle out of me. I thoroughly liked that one as well. This is another favorite right here. This is the Uber Eats one, where it's basically saying if you remember something, you got to forget something to get it done. And I think Jennifer Aniston did a funny one when they kind of was playing on the little sitcom series and stuff like that. Basically, like for example, this guy brought the Uber Eats, forgot how to sit down in a chair. It was just one thing after another, very creative. Couch potatoes from Pluto. I think this was very unique as well because it was kind of creepy, but very funny, well done. Basically saying that they grow their Pluto TV grows their own couch potatoes. Got all these people in these potato outfits watching TV, having their own little experiences and stuff. I think it was a very creative way of doing that as well. And then here is the Dunkin' commercial. This was actually a part 2, which I just learned that today. I remember watching the Super Bowl last year and saying that Jennifer Lopez was coming to Dunkin' Donuts or whatever to grab a coffee. And I remember Ben Affleck was working the window. Now this is him coming to her workplace. So that ended up being a lot of people's favorite. Tom Brady was in it. So that was a really cool, unique one as well. This one was a tearjerker because you see this figure skater doing her thing, winning, a prize and all that good stuff, but she looks at an empty seat, and obviously that's a loved one that she wanted to be there. This is Kia, by the way. This vehicle gets all the way to they take a deep tour. They get to the home of, I'm assuming, her grandfather, gets on the ice, and then she basically does the same routine so that he could watch it himself. And I think that was a very creative one. One of the ones that really jerk your tears on that one. There's another commercial where I think Google Pixel was doing the vision impaired one, where you see the AI is recognizing the faces in the camera. Is just like two faces, one face, and he's trying to kind of position it to where he's making sure him and his wife is in the shot. And then at the end of the commercial, he's sitting there on the bed, and you can tell it's like a blurred vision, and this is kind of through his perspective. And you hear two faces, and then he adjusts it, and it's like three faces. It's a little baby, So they were really cool with these particular commercials. I genuinely enjoyed them, for sure. Obviously, so many other things was going on yesterday. You had the Puppy Bowl taking place. A lot of people were excited about watching that and seeing the puppies do their thing. But one of the things that people were very excited about wasn't the game, wasn't the commercial. Them jokers was ready for the halftime performance. And that's our boy Usher came in. He kind of came in and did exactly what a lot of people was expecting him to do, which was perform the old school hits that we are familiar with. I was actually surprised that he was performing a lot of slow hits. Like, he was doing Confessions, he was doing You Got It Bad, like You Make Me Wanna. It was a really, really good performance, especially if you grew up like I did with Usher. They had the bands out there, the stages were going. Alicia Keys made an appearance with My Boo. It was a really cool deal. I thought I would give it a good 7 out of 10. Obviously, not my favorite, but at the same time, I'm not mad at it. They did what they could, and you guys had a lot to say about it as well. So let's get into the comment section before we bring in Jazzy Jazz. What did you guys think about Usher's Super Bowl performance? All right, so again, Usher did all type of crazy stuff. He brought out all the stops. He brought out the skates. He brought out people. He brought out her. I think that was a really cool one because she had a really cool guitar solo. Either way, got our first comments coming in, and yeah, you guys were kind of critical starting off. John says it sucked like every other year for the past decade or so. Wasn't happy. Sue came in right behind him, said, yeah, it sucked a lot. So she didn't like it as well. Moving on to our next comment. They say Tammy was just like, meh, didn't like it. Kenneth came in and says, the first half of the halftime show sucks. Thank goodness for Ludacris. I guess he was responding because obviously he had to play Yeah. We had to go through Yeah. So, yeah, Luda came up and brought some energy. Randy says, ho-hum and bad sound. And then Ronald was just like, worst one yet. NFL keeps outdoing themselves for the halftime shows. Keeps getting worse every year. Look, we got some strong opinions on this bad boy. But again, this one person comes in. It kind of made me laugh a little bit. Hold on, let me get back to it. This person said, comes in, says that Devlin seems like only the old folks didn't like it. LOL. I mean, it makes sense, but kids, again, it's kind of a generational thing, and that's what another comment just came in and said too. It says that Tammy's like performances at the Super Bowl, basically generational. Usher belongs to Gen X and millennials. With that being said, it was an awesome performance. People just get big mad whenever it's an artist or genre that they do not know or can't get down with. Good observation. Terry says best part was when it was over. They didn't like it that much. Robin said it was great. Love the skating routine. If you guys need to go back and watch that, yeah, Usher, he kind of showed some extra skills on it. Mary Vassy says it was enjoyable, especially Alicia Keys and ending with Ludacris. Daryl says that it was a snapshot of our society on roller skates. Okay, thank you, Daryl. Keisha says that it was awesome. I loved it. And then the last round of comments is coming in from Bridget. Says that other than Reba McEntire, who was great, It was all ho hum. I keep seeing that. I don't ho hum. I'm assuming that's basic. I don't know. Shannon says that I loved it, thought it was great, and then Donna says Alicia Keys was the best part of the show. So if you guys watched it, please let us know, man. We would like to go back and forth and engage with you in the conversation. Got to bring in my girl Jazzy Jazz, who is back in action right now with me. Jazz, can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning.
Hey, girl, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I
Happy
am.
Monday.
Hey, happy Monday, girl. Okay, so I know you were going for the Chiefs, so they won. I know. I understand, and I completely. Hey, I get it, cause them jokers fought hard for that win, though.
Oh, for sure. They did. Because they came in last minute.
Yes.
It was a close game.
Very, very last second.
Around 9:30. And there was no one, the 49ers were leading.
Yep.
And so I wasn't, and I remember at one point they were also tied. And so I wasn't sure how it was going to play out because it was such a close game. And the first thing I did when I woke up this morning was look up the score. When I saw it was 25 to 22, I said, oh my, they battled it out.
Yes, weeks time. What do you think about the halftime performance? Usher, so we made a bet. We said that he had to bring out Luda. He had to bring out, what's his name, Lil Jon. And I was just like, Alicia Keys would probably be the only big name that he would have brought out. I know a lot of people were looking forward to Justin Bieber.
Yeah. I was waiting on Justin Bieber too. Like I was like when it ended, I was okay. Like he's gonna come back. Because everyone was saying that he was gonna surprise everyone and bring out Justin Bieber. But I think even without Justin Bieber, I think it was a really good halftime show.
Oh yeah.
It really brought me back. It put me back into my childhood with all the classics.
Yes.
And like you said, he did a lot of his slow jams. He did his upbeat stuff. I think they had a little variety of everything, and I think it was a lot of fun. There was a lot going on
Yes.
in his performance, and I really liked that they incorporated the band. I wanted to look up and see which marching band that was performing. Let me see. I'm trying to look up now.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I just thought it was really cool.
Oh yeah, the band was cool. Her came out and killed it on that guitar solo. It was definitely an awesome deal. And I know a lot of people were disappointed when they saw Justin Bieber sitting back in the stands with Haley, and they were just like, "Oh man, he ain't going out there." But outside of that, it was good.
And I looked it up. It looks like it was the Jackson State marching band.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, they killed it.
And if you watched it, you noticed that he paid a lot of respect to several different artists. And I know if everybody was looking, he had the one hand, the one glove definitely was showing some respect to Michael Jackson, and the fact that he had his little bitty, little seasoned dance move he had to do. But it was fun.
He took me out when he did that.
So you would give it.
Like you said, it was really fun. It really took you back into your childhood and just put you back.
Yes.
For a bit. It's always nice hearing those classics again.
Oh yeah. If you
seeing
can.
everyone have fun and they were going crazy in the crowd. They was throwing people up in the air.
The shit. I saw the stage was bouncing up and down too. So yeah.
Having an amazing time, but I love it though. It was I think, in my opinion, it was really good.
Gotcha. So if you could rate it 1 out of 10, what would it be?
I would give it an 8.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
8. I got you. So, do we have any viewers or comments today?
Let's see. We have a ton of viewers. We had a few more comments about the halftime performance. Let's see. I'm going to pick out, we had 107 comments about the halftime performance, so I'm going to pick out some good ones. Let's see. Someone said, Angie Beth said he can still rock when he is 78. I'll let you know. She said, I love me some Usher.
Hey!
But Donald still has my vote.
I love it.
And Taja Colmore, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. She said it was a fantastic little journey through some of his best songs with amazing guests. She said she had goosebumps. Her favorite parts were her with an amazing guitar solo and the marching band. Yeah, the marching band killed it. And still it hurt too. And then she said, but it was one of the best in years. I'm not sure how they can top it next year, but I'm excited to see who gets the chance. Let's see. A lot of people said it was great. It was awesome. Somebody said they loved it when Luda came out.
Yes.
Someone said Alicia Keys was the best part of the show. Wow, so we're getting a lot of positive comments.
Uh-huh. Oh,
That's
yeah.
good. But Timothy Wright said it sucks.
Yeah, no, it's clear. Everybody's going to have their opinion about it, but all in all, I think it was a solid game, solid halftime performance, solid commercials, a lot of cool deals going on. So, hey, good job, Super Bowl 58. Do we have anything else, Gilly?
Yeah, that's it for today.
All right, my love. Well, thank you so much, Jazzy Jazz.
All right.
Have a good one.
You too.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us again. A pretty jam-packed show. Usually we go 20 minutes and we go on a close to 30, but it's a lot to talk about, a lot of good things to talk about it again. The best thing I love about the Super Bowl is that it brings so many families together, so many loved ones and friends together, just to have that moment and enjoy that moment. All this political divisiveness that's going on right now, this was a day that everybody set that aside and just chilled with each other. And I absolutely love that. I think that's the best part about America, having those moments like that. So if you guys enjoyed the Super Bowl, I hope you did so with the people that you love the most. And with that, thank you so much for joining us on our morning sprint today. I pray that everybody has a blessed rest of your day today and a blessed start to your week. I know the weather's going to be a little bit funky throughout the week, so keep that in mind. Keep that app downloaded and all that good stuff. And again, don't forget about that pennant feature. We love seeing your life. Show us your time, your pets, food, family, whatever you want. Send it us our way so we can give you guys some shout outs. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., WSLS.com on the Morning Sprint.